Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Steph's Design Space. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. Today we are going to be doing hidden journal cards. Okay, so I have the measurements here. You can write it down, you can screenshot it. And I'm going to show you what they are. So this size is not this size. So I did two sizes. I don't like this size, so I redid what I thought I was going to do. Anyway, so what you have is, oh, I forgot to glue that down. What you have is Stephanie not knowing what she's doing. You have a hidden journal card. I promise. I mean, am I supposed to be prepared every time I get on here? Alright, so then you just slip this in. Swear it is not near as complicated as it looks when I do it. Alright, so you slip it in and voila. So it just goes in there. You can put it in a journal, take it out, you can write what you want, and then you slip it back in. Easy peasy. Okay, and I didn't decorate these too much, but I am going to decorate the ones I do. So there's that one, and then here's one that's longer, and I did glue that down. But I had to kind of play with the measurements. So the measurements that I have work for me, but it depends on how much glue you use. Okay, now I already cut down the papers that I'm going to use. I'm trying really hard because it does take me so long to craft. I'm trying harder to be more intentional with my time with y'all. So that being said, I went ahead and cut down the papers. What I'm going to do first is the bottom measurement. So this is a 3x4, and this is a 2x3. Okay, so we have to have two 3x4s like this. They don't have to match. I mean, mine do, but I honestly was just grabbing paper. And we're going to ink it up. That is going to be the first thing that I do. Now, that is not something that has to be done at all. Where's my vintage photo? It's because I have these in here, but I failed to turn them the proper way so I can read them. That's walnut stain. Well, that's black soot. I guess we're going to go through all of the ones that I have up here. That is scorched timber. Where is my, it's going to be vintage photo, y'all. I cannot read. That's because, so originally when I labeled these, I had them in a stand that they stood up like this so I could read it. Well, I took all of my most used and put them in a little thing on my desk. And the little thing on my desk is, they slide in instead of standing up. So the names are not proper, and apparently my brain cannot comprehend the difference. Anywho, how is everybody? I am doing good. So last night, so this is Friday, y'all are going to see this on Friday. Last night was Thursday. And on my channel, I went live with Lori Dean Plan. So if y'all didn't catch that, go check out my live, and you can watch. Oh my gosh, I have not laughed so hard in forever. So it was a lot of fun. We did something different. Like I was doing my own thing, she was doing her own thing. But we had a lot of laughs. So you can go check that out. But one thing I realized, us doing it together, like, she is definitely the talker of the group. When I craft, I tend to get quiet. But hey, that is just what I do. Okay, so I'm going to take these, and it doesn't matter, because one's like the front and one's the back. Right. And we are going to, I'm just trying to see, like, if it looks like it's upside down. Like one may look, I know it's not because the flowers are going in all directions, but anyway, don't pay me no heed. None at all. Okay, this isn't like my little glue page for a advertisement of sorts. Okay, so you have to glue all four down. Now I'm trying, oh, you know what? I forgot to put the cap on this, so we know that if you don't put the cap on within like 5 seconds, it dries up in the little nozzle. Okay, but you have to do like just a thin little bead, because the more glue you do, like when you put it together, it's gonna smush into, which means that the space for your actual journal card is gonna be smaller. So a small bead, and I don't remember what direction this was in, but oh well, on all four sides. So I'm trying to get this lined up. You only have like a few seconds with art glitter glue. Okay, now we're gonna let that dry for a bit. Put the lid back on because, like I said, it doesn't like it if you don't. I am gonna kind of go around since they're together now, and that way any little imperfections are not visible to the naked eye. Okay, so we have that. Now I am going to decorate it before I cut it, because that's what you're supposed to do. I have pulled some of these from Tim Holtz, I think, but I don't, oh, this, I think these are big enough. I'm going to have to cut it down. I forgot I was doing the smaller one. Okay, so what I want on here is maybe, I don't know, but let's just cut two of them, because they don't have to match. I mean, they can, but they don't have to, right? So let me set that to the side, and I don't know why I'm acting like I can cut a straight anything. Okay, so this, now I don't want it to, okay, I definitely like this one, but I want it in like 1/2 inch, probably on all four sides. I don't even know what this measures as. This measures as a 3 by 3. Okay, so I'm going to take 1/2 inch off of all the sides. So this is a 3. So where is the 1/2 inch on here? Right here. Is that a 1/2 inch? That looks super big for 1/2 inch. See, I don't like the measurement on this thing. I just can't. Like, it's good if I'm just cutting for the sake of cutting, but measurements, not so much. Okay, so here is, can y'all see that? Kind of barely. I'm just putting it on the big one. So I'm going to go into 2.5. 2.5. You know what? I'm going to keep measuring because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. See, if I would have kept going around, I would have had like a ridiculous little square. So I just had to take 1/2 inch off the side. And I feel like that is like perfect. Okay. So I'm going to do this. I don't like this one on there though. All right, we're going to keep that to the side. It's so busy already with the flowers. Maybe this one. No, I'm going to stay with the browns. Okay, I'm going to cut this one out. But I love having, oh, I forgot it was double-sided. Okay. That breaks my heart that I'm cutting that up, but you know what? I'm going to get right on over it. So 2.5. Okay, and that's going to go on the other side. All right, moving you over Now, do I want to round these corners? Y'all know how I love a rounded corner. I am going to use a 4. Usually I use a 7, but I want just to take the little tip off. So I'm just going to use the little 4. I don't know. I think there's something about putting rounded corners on something that is square that makes it pop. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's my story and I am sticking to it. Oops. There we go. Ow. All right, a little bit of ink. So right now, I know y'all are gonna see this on a Friday. So right now, this weekend, which is Memorial Day weekend, on my website, for every $5 you spend, you will be entered into a drawing to win a big prize. So if you spend $20, that's 4 entries, and so forth and so on. Y'all know I had to pause for a second and like count on my imaginary fingers. Oh my gosh. Okay, these are done. So yes, so the new release is out. There is amazing things. So amazing. One of the favorite things in there right now for me is the whole circus stuff. Love it. Love, love, love. Okay, so this is just going to go straight flat down, so I don't need to do like a fine bead or anything. So I am, yeah, that's so pretty, but it just doesn't match. So I just have to be okay with it. Now, somewhat centered, if possible, if possible. Okay, that, and the flip side. I haven't decided if I like the uh-oh or yoo-hoo or yoo-hoo. I don't know how you say that. I haven't decided if I like this one better than the Scotch. Honestly, I think they are about the same. So, but I like to try the things if possible, so I can give y'all an honest like opinion, review, what have you. Okay, now the rest of the decoration I'm gonna wait until after I cut it, because I don't trust me. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so this one I am going to cut 1/2 inch, and I want to say this is half from the top. No, that looks like a whole inch. See, I can't with this measurement. I'm gonna have to like get a marker and write on it. My brain's like, no, that doesn't look right. Okay, so 1/2 inch. Honestly, it does not matter. So 1/2 inch is right here. Oh, that's like right at the top of that. Do I want 1/2 inch? I said 1/2 inch. Okay, we're going with what I put down there because that's what I did on the other ones. All right, 1/2 inch. Yeah, I don't think that's big enough. Y'all, I don't know. See, that's not 1/2 inch. What is this? Oh, good gravy. And I think I did actually use the chomper, and that's why I don't know. It looks like it's more 3/4. I would definitely go with 3/4. I'm gonna write that on here. So erase this. Oh, I wrote it in pen like a psychopath. Who does that? Okay. 3/4 of an inch. Now, hopefully I can make this work. I'm sure I can. We shall see. If not, it's just going to be a pretty little pocket. Okay, now I do have, let me move that back up, that over. I do have these pre-cut. So this one, this is the inside, so this is a 2x3. And let me get my, I'm gonna run, see, this is, because the glue and it's smushed down, this probably isn't, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm just not gonna like it. I know y'all don't freak out because y'all see this blade coming towards my hand. I am not putting a ton of pressure, just enough. Now the key is I just need to get this in here enough. Preferably centered, but at this point I don't feel like I can be picky. Okay, now that fits in there. Woohoo! Okay, making it work, people, making it work. All right, and I am just gonna run the glue up in the top on both sides. Okay, so you just stick your little tip in there, give it a little squeeze, and bada bing, bada boom. Put the lid on the art glitter glue because it is super picky. Now I am going to take my bone folder and kind of go in and just open that up a bit. And I don't know, okay, what side. I think there's a little bit of pink here and here, so I think it goes, yeah, just like that. Okay, so this one is done. It still needs to be decorated, but you can see how you would just put it inside of your journal and you have a secret little journal spot. So we have that one. Let's do a taller one together. So this is, that goes with that. Let's do this taller one. So again, I already pre-cut these. So these are the 3x6. Okay, so this is 3 inches wide, 6 inches tall. These are really good, this size, if you have like the 6x6 paper pads, because they don't have to be double-sided. And I know a lot of people have the single-sided 6x6, and so many of the 6x6 things, crafts that are out there look better with double-sided. So this is something you can actually do with the 6x6. You just have to cut it in half, right? And it doesn't have to be double-sided because no one sees the inside. So just a thought. Now this is not 6x6 paper. I cut down a 12x12. Really because I wanted to use up some of the scraps in my drawer. So I already had some 12x12 that were kind of cut down a little bit. Now I know I'm inking this now and I'm going to ink it again in a minute, but this gets more of the ink on there. Okay, in all reality, I'm just going to be honest. I don't like the vintage photo on this. I think I want to go with walnut stain. When I'm inking on something that's already like a brown, I like my edges to be a bit darker. I know, and honestly, who knows what color this really is because I use the same dauber for every single brown. But it works for me. Like, I like the way that it looks. So, until the dauber starts falling apart and then I have to change it out. But see, I like the darker look so much better. But that's a me thing. That's a personal preference. Y'all, I did something that I never thought I would ever do. That's not true, because I've tried it here and there. But I'm getting an Archer and Olive dot grid notebook, and I am going to yawn. I am going to move away from the dashboard. So any of my planner peeps who know, I have been using a dashboard ever since it came out. Like, ever since it came out. Fell in love with it. It is no longer working for me, for my business. And I have been trying to rack my brain, trying to figure out what I can do. And a video popped up, and it was of Jashi Corinne. I'm saying her name so wrong because she's from New Zealand. She has an accent and I can't say it like her. So forgive me. I know she is not going to watch this video, but in the event that any of y'all want to like tell her how bad I butchered her name, I am so sorry in advance. Anyway, I wasn't looking for it. It just popped up on my feed. And so I watched it, and you know how when you know you need something but you don't know what you need, and then all of a sudden you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, that is what I have been searching for. That my brain understands that concept, and oh my gosh, yes. Now, I say bullet journaling very loosely. I'm going to use some of the concepts. Really what it is for me is creating my own spreads for the things that I need. And I don't want to give anybody the impression that I'm bullet journaling, because I don't feel like, I'm just taking some of their concepts. So I'm not even going to call it a bullet journal. I'm just going to call it my work planner, because that is what it is going to be. But I am very, very, very excited to start that. So many things are falling through the cracks, or you know, they're getting done but not like I want them to, not in a timely manner, and that is just not okay with me. So I'm the kind of person, when I find that there is an issue, something's not working, or I'm not doing something to the best of my absolute ability, then I want to figure out how to change that, right? So that's just the kind, when I see a problem or a challenge, I am definitely one of those people who are like, okay, it is time to find a solution. Now, it took me a hot minute to find the solution because I didn't know what I needed, but now I do. So I'm super excited about that. And I feel like, you know, I'm going to be upping my game when it comes to all things. Oh my gosh. Steph's Design Space. Y'all know I'm a yawner. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. But okay, so I'm going to use these two, one on each side, because this is already very neutral. So I want to add a little pop of color. But I feel like I am going to have to trim off probably 1/2 inch. I was good with that. I don't know why for the life of me. Oh, I need to do it like this. Durr. Okay. We all know that numbers of any sort are not my strong suit. Okay, so that is going to be just like that. Yes, I love that. Honestly, I wish it was a little bit taller, but it's not, so it's okay. I'm going to use what I have, and I'm going to be happy with it. So I'm going to cut this also at 1/2 inch. Okay, I feel like you were going to move, because I'm doing you, of course, because I'm doing you on the edge of the desk like some kind of Neanderthal. Goodness. Alright. And I'm keeping these strips because these would be perfect to make my own labels or dangles. Oh, I love the dangle idea. I think I'm going to do some paper dangles. Okay, so we have that to go on the other side. So we're going to round these corners. How much time am I in? Already 30 minutes. No, not quite 30 minutes. I was having some camera difficulties and I refused to keep going when I could see that it was not doing right. So I probably took a good 10 minutes trying to fix the camera situation, because I use a regular DSR, DLSR, I don't know, a regular camera, right, to film, and it's heavier than a phone. So when I put it in the little holder thing, the weight of it makes the holder do this. Therefore, my camera is constantly moving until it can't move anymore. So I was struggling to find the position to put it in, so that was not an issue. And I think I figured it out. I haven't looked up there really to watch to see if it's been moving a lot. Praying that it hasn't. I am looking for a better setup. I just haven't figured it out yet. Mainly because the desk that I film on is like a roll top desk, because this is my craft desk. This is where everything is. But like the ones that clip onto the back of something, there's nothing on this desk, front or back or side, that is wide enough for it to clip onto. So there is the problem. Anyway, so if anybody has any solutions for me, I am all for links. So absolutely, links, ideas, thoughts. I am good with the help. Because also, like, this is what I film with, but then I have to switch out the whole entire holder when it's time for me to go live, because I use the iPad to go live. Because for whatever reason, Facebook and no, not Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, in order to go horizontal, so, you know, I get the whole thing instead of this little bitty space. In order to do that, you have to be on an iProduct. I have an Android phone. Don't come at me. I like it. That's what I've always used, and the learning curve is too much for me. Like, I'm too old to be learning new stuff. Anyway, but I do have an iPad that I use for work, so I can go horizontally. But because of that, I have to change out the little holder thing up here. So I'm constantly moving these things around and changing them, and it's a thing. It's a deal. It's just a deal. Okay, so that is all down. Y'all, I almost got that almost exactly the same height. That is crazy. I didn't even pay attention to that. So yay for me. Okay, now what did I say? I changed that to 3/4. So got the big one. Okay, so 3/4 is right here. Trim that off. Y'all, I just realized I didn't even pay attention. I am so glad that I did it right, because if I wouldn't have, I would have trimmed off the bottom, and that would have set me right off the deep end. Like, I can't even tell you how absolutely upset I would have been. Now, something I didn't do on the other one that I want to do on this one is ink up the edges. So I'm going to do that. I just think it gives it like more character, right? When you pull it out and you're just like, oh, that's so beautiful. At least that's what I say. My papers get complimented all the time, because they are so beautiful to me. And now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head. If you know, you know. Okay, now I am going to just kind of make sure that's all good, nothing got stuck in there. Do the same thing for this. these out of the way. Okay. We're going to take this right here, and this one is 2 by 5. Because I just want it to fit in there. Like I said, when you glue and you smush it, it runs this way, so it kind of makes it to where it's not as much space. That's why I cut it down an inch on both sides to make sure that there was no problems with it fitting and sliding in. So now the fun part is figuring out which side is what, and that is perfect. So I can see that that matches, that line goes together. It is amazing. So there we go. Now I said I was going to decorate. I'm probably only going to have time to decorate this one just to kind of show you what you can do. Now I know that I can see this line, and honestly it's not like it's that big of a deal, right? But if it is a big deal, nope, that is not what I want. To somebody, and let's be honest, that somebody is really me, because if it's truly like supposed to be hidden, then I don't want to see it. Okay, I don't need the cheesecloth. Now this is just my bucket of lace scraps, or ones that have just fallen right off of whatever, or ones that I've cut. Okay, this red I think is way too harsh. I really want, now if I had more of that I would use it, but that's not going to work. I really need something that has a little ruffle to it. Oh, maybe I could use, oh, I do like that. So this is a cut off from a much larger. But then I have this. So let me see. Because really I just want it to like go down. So this is kind of too wide or too tall. And it doesn't look as good. So that would be a no. And this is what takes me forever. Forever and ever. And if I did this one, that's okay. I really just like this one. So I'm going to grab that and cut some more down, because I don't feel like digging through here. But I do know where that is, and I don't know what this pin was on, but it's going in the little pin cushion. That's why I have a pin cushion. I'll be right back. Okay, that was easy enough. Oh, but I got sidetracked because I found some other stuff. Imagine that. Imagine me finding other things when I get up. Okay. Now, I know I have two different pictures, right? So I don't really feel like both sides have to match, although it would probably be a good idea for both of them to match. So both of them have green, but this would go good. Okay, let me set those up there. And really, if I kind of have it to where this is over the little line. Yes, yes. All right, now what I am going to do, I want that over the line. I am going to have to trim that, but I'm going to do it after I glue it down. So we're going to get Glenda. And I am going to just put some glue right up at the top. All right, she is good to go. So I'm just going to put a little thing of glue right up at the top. I'm going to line up where I want that. Perfect. And then we are just going to smush it like so. And then I can do my trimming. There we go. So when I take it up, so it hangs right there, and then I put it down and you really can't see, but that is how you would know as the journaler where it is, right? But nobody else would see it. So it's truly, in my mind, this is now truly hidden and nobody's gonna know what's in there. And there's just no accounting for my mind. Okay, so this one, I'm just seeing if this little piece, and it's not quite enough. So these little pieces go back in the scraps to be used at a later date. I always like to carry it over just a hair, just in case I pull wrong or whatever. All right, so we have that. We're gonna do the same thing. Just a skinny little bead up at the top. And we're going to place this down over the cut, smush that, and then trim. And I feel like this is going to be absolutely stunning. Ooh, I just had an idea. I know. Y'all are just like, oh my gosh, you and your ideas. But bear with me. Okay, so that is the top, but I could always put this down here just to kind of tie it in together, and I really do like that. So that's what we're gonna do. So where is the other piece that I cut off? I think it's this one. That one's wider. Okay, so Glenda. I'm going to go quite far enough over, but no stress, because honestly, me stressing over it is not going to change it. I will be more mindful on this one. There we go. Now I feel like on the bottom ones I am just going to do a little dab just so it doesn't keep flipping up, because if you're going to put this inside of a pocket or a tuck or a belly band, I don't want taking it in and out to mess with that. So we're just going to two little dabs, and that should be enough to keep it in place for all of your tucking needs. Now I realize one is taller than the other, but honestly, unless you're looking at both sides simultaneously, and I am not that talented, you cannot tell, but I really do love that. That is so cool. Okay, now I don't know that I need anything else on here, but I do have, oh my gosh, some flowers that might, like a little pop up at the top, if I can get to them. I try to make things handy, but sometimes. Okay. Let me see. None of the ones on the top, but I'm thinking the middle probably. Like a little pop of color. So I kind of like that muted one better. Now here's, no, I really kind of like that one. Yeah, I kind of like that one. And maybe I just do one on this side because this already has a flower. So maybe I just do one on this side. Okay, I'm going to do that one. I don't know. Hang on. No, because that's got gold and that looks more silvery, so we're not doing that. Okay, we're going to stick with that one. I love the color. Yeah, I think that's good, except I keep looking. I just want to make sure, because sometimes, y'all, I make the grave mistake of picking the first thing. Now, I know sometimes, that was way too big. I know sometimes, like, doing the first thing is, like, the best. Like, that is your inclination. But I've also found if I'm not looking at all the things, then I don't know. Okay, I think these are too big though. I love the one that has words, but yeah, that is ginormous. So that is a hard no. Let me go back in there. And this is just too, no. Okay, I'm satisfied. I think this is it. So y'all are like, oh my gosh, can you please just stop? Make a decision, lady. Okay. Now, if I don't close these up like this, I'll inadvertently hit it, and then we'll be playing, how long does it take to pick up all the flowers? Okay, so this is just going to sit right up here at the top. It's not going to interfere with that going in and out. And then we are going to call this a day. So I know I didn't get to decorate the other one with you, but you got the idea, right? Now that is not pretty, this thing right here. Actually throw that out because it's got a lot of glue all over it. Okay, how do we love that? We love it. It goes in and out. And honestly, I don't want to put anything on like what I would say the back side, because if it is going into something, it would be very difficult. So I think putting like a 3D type decoration on the outside is much better. So I think what I would do on here, how much time do I have? I don't even know. I think what I would do here, because I did kind of cut it a little short, do I have, I thought I saw some gray. I might be just making that up. That is way too big. Now I can use, see, that's not quite, oh, where's the, there's that one, but I think, yes, see. So if I did actually glue that on the top, it would cover up enough. Okay, I'm gonna do that. No, I'm gonna wait. There's something else I want to do to kind of decorate this. And if I can get to it without knocking everything I own over. See, and this irritates me to no end. I do it all the time, as I always think of the greatest thing after the fact, right? So this, I want to go right on top of that. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? And if you have hung with me this far, thank you. You are appreciated and loved. Oh my good gravy, where is the edge? Man, like it was a hard to tell where the edge was. Okay, there we go. There we go. I said it's old tape. We are going to cover that. Cover that. I know it seems like a lot of work, but like I said, when I find that I have a problem or a challenge, I very much try to find a solution. And that was my solution, so I can stamp just the center part and it won't get onto the other stuff. So it'll look like I did it the right way. And if you didn't watch the video, you would never ever know. Okay, hockey puck. Oh my gosh. See, I love script so much. Now, if I can save this to use on the opposite side, that would be ideal. Oh my gosh, is it tearing up the paper? No. I thought for a second it was. Come on. Okay. Nope, it goes. Oh, you know what? I don't even need that part. Look at this Hot Mess Express. Okay. It'd be nice if I could reuse this, someone said. Who was that? Alright. We're going to do that and put this just along the bottom. And then one more. Is this long enough? Yeah. There we go. And then we get this. And oh, it's just, I'm gonna have to wipe it with a baby wipe anyway. All right, in case I get ink on my whatchamacallit. All right, this goes here. Put that back right now. And then take this off. This is super exciting. This is gonna look so good. That right there, that little very simple act makes all the difference in the world to me. Like that just dressed it up for me. Like dressed it up enough to where I feel like I'm good if that's all we do. Right? Right. All right, we need Glinda. And we're going to do a small little bead across the top. And I'm wondering if I should just wrap it around. I think so. Okay, that fan is blowing hair on my face and it's making me want to like scream. Alright, now a bead little line across the top. Perfection. And we trim it. Let's that way it kind of sticks on this side like the other one since I wrapped it around. And that's the wrong way. Oops. There we go, friends. Yep. Love it. Love, love, love it. So that is those two decorated, semi-decorated. All right, guys, y'all know what to do. Like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss anything. Share with your friends. Make sure you follow me in all the places. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.